What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bytes podcast. Of course, I'm your boy Jeff T, and as per the norm, we will be waiting on Scar. What's up over there, Matt? Over and under, man. You know it's the running joke. So, how long is it going to be before she shows up? I actually brought in a super long video this time to fill up the void, but yes, sir. What's up, Tattoo Baby? See who all we got in here. Let's shout everybody out. There's Matt. What's up, Matt? What's up, my brother? Figo in the house, all the way from Germany, bro. I know it's late over there, man. I appreciate you so much. Teresa. Tattoo Baby. What? God. We are blessed. Eric, what's up, brother? So, 412. Okay, we're gonna put that to the test, Matt. There you go, Tattoo Baby. Figo said, "What's up?" So, man, I don't know. I'm just going to play a video. It's not actually a music video. I found this band last night, man. This amazing band, and I was trying to figure out which song I want to play. I mean, it's a little bit of a cinematographic. Cinematic, I guess, a little bit, but it's not really a music video. But the band is amazing, and yeah, we'll do one of the songs is like 10 minutes, and the other one's like 7. So I'm trying to think of how long it might take Scar to show up. Let's do the 10-minute one. This is a band called Graveyard.
Strength of a man, about how hard he fights, how far he can go. But let me tell you about the strength of a woman. Her love is an inferno, relentless and pure. But when that fire turns to ash, you'll know the meaning of ruin. A good woman doesn't just love you, she owns your soul. And if you betray her, she'll take you down with her. From the shadows, gave you her light, carved your name in her heart through every sleepless night. Her hands were your salvation, her fire kept you warm. But now her flames are rising into a vengeful storm. She carries your demons, bore the weight of your lies. But her patience ran out, now you're staring in her eyes. You thought you could break her, but boy, you were wrong. Her love is a reckoning, sharp as a battle song. when her fire burns cold. Her love isn't something you just throw away, boy. The chains on your soul, the knife in your heart. When it's gone, you'll know she's torn you apart. She's the raven in the sky, the shadow on the hill. Her love was your salvation, but now it's your kill. You'll dream of her touch, but her hands on the grave. The fire she gave you couldn't save. When a good woman loves, she's fire and steel. A sword on your crown, everything you feel. She gives you the world, but take her for granted. And all you have left is the ruin she planted. When a good woman loves, she's fire and steel. A sword I will cross everything you feel. She gives you the world, but take her for granted. And all you have left is the ruin she planted.
You'll never forget her. Every time you see the light, you'll remember the shadow she cast. Every time you feel warmth, you'll recall the fire that scorched you. She's not gone. She's in every breath you take, every nightmare you dream. A good woman doesn't just love you, she leaves you burned in her memory.
Very long. I agree. It's very long. All of their music is like super long. I mean, I think the shortest song that I've seen in their on their albums is like 7.5 minutes. So Odette and I have talked a little bit about helping her get radio play, but it's really hard to play a 15-minute long song on the radio. So uh, yeah, I'm probably going to do that on Tuesday, but she's going to work on condensing some of these down a little bit to help with some radio play. They're fucking amazing. It's an amazing band. My favorite song by them I've been listening to since I found them, and I've been on repeat with it. It's an amazing song. So they kick ass. I don't know where Scarlett's at, man. She's like she should pop up any minute. She texted me earlier and said, "Bing, let's see if I got another text." No, I don't know where she's at, but sometimes she has trouble with her computer getting started and different things. So, but yeah, I figured 10 minutes was plenty of time. But yeah, we've got Amy Gould in here from yeah, Eden on Fire, man. We're gonna do one of their videos tonight. It's got King Ern in the house, all the way from Berlin, Germany. Appreciate you, brother. I know it's late over there. Tattoo Baby, all the way from Illinois. Who else we got? We got Matt Hamden in here from Vegas. He's a friend of Scar's. Saban up in here from Last Days, all the way from the big city of Lee County, Georgia. No, the big city of Albany, Georgia, Lee County. But let's see. Teresa's in here. She's from South Georgia also. Who am I missing? I know I'm missing. Oh, Eric. Eric's in here. He's all the way from Canada. We play his music in here a good bit. I don't know where Scar's at. She's just she's dragging up the rear again. She brought 3 fantastic songs tonight. We've really got a good show to play for everybody. I mean, there's quite a bit of great music. She brought in 3 bands, one from Oklahoma, one from Scotland, and I can't remember where the other one's from. And then I brought in, of course, this band is from New South Wales, Australia, that we just heard from. They're freaking amazing. She's always late. Tattoo Baby. She's always late. But this is really late, so I'm assuming she's having some problems with her computer or something. But anyway, this is a Soundbites podcast. Of course, I'm Jeff T. Supposed to be over there, supposed to be Scar, but she's not here yet. So we're waiting on Scarlett Morningstar. She's the lead singer for Scarlet Silhouette, which is an amazing band out of Las Vegas, Nevada. They need a fucking drummer, so we need somebody in the area of Vegas to show up and be a drummer for them. Maybe she got a text from a drummer and that's why she's late. I would go for that. Definitely they're passing up on some live shows because their drummer had to go back to school and Scar missed the bus. Yeah, she's missed the bus this time. I don't know. A couple of weeks ago, all of a sudden, when she fired her computer up, she had to do an update, and we all know how that is. You have updates and stuff that you got to do and weird things, and then it glitched out on her. What's up, Eric? So I was gonna say that Odette from Graveyard Lilies. Hold on, Scar's texting me, so let's see what's happening. Oh, her dad was using the studio, so she couldn't get on right away. She had to get him off the drums before she could come in and set up. So anyway, but yeah, Odette from Graveyard Lilies, which I love the name for that band too, is pretty freaking cool. But she said that she intended. I mean, she said they get carried away when they get to the studio, and they just kind of keep going. And let's see, she's having trouble. Oh no. Oh shit, her computer like did an update or something. Like just like I figured, always something crazy with her, man. But so Odette said that they get carried away in the studio and when they're writing, and she intends on her music to tell a story, and she just has trouble trimming it down. So when they get in the studio and start playing, they just kind of keep going with it, and it's clearly fantastic music. She's got a great voice, man. Her falsettos to head transfers are freaking sick, man. That song was a little more growly. She's got a song that's my favorite that I'm going to play on Tuesday. That is, it's ridiculous. It's I've been listening to it on repeat since I found them. So yeah, it did happen last time too. I think she's always struggling. It is hard to. So I think it would be for me. I think it would be too. I mean, and for her songs have all this deep meaning. My favorite song from her is like it's a sketchy love song. That's what it is. But the guy kills the girl right in the beginning of the song, and it's like I don't know, man. It tells this really chilling story, and it's so fucking amazing. I've literally listened to it on repeat. It's like a 15-minute long song, and I've listened to it several times already. So a good part of my day today was re-listening to a 15-minute song over and over. It was really good. Yeah, I know. King Ernest got a song. His first song was 1 minute and 28 seconds. Yeah, I remember. I think I've got it. I think we play it, but yeah, it's I could get where it would be hard to try to tell a story and keep it to 3 minutes. I mean, so I'm not hating on her for writing all songs. It's just super hard for radio to play it. So, I mean, we're internet radio at Hot Headed Radio, so we can kind of get away with playing some longer stuff. But yeah, I mean, especially if it's really good and it grabs you and keeps you, you know. But I could see where people would start fading on a song after 7 or 8 minutes or so, you know. But yeah. Wars is 37 seconds. So you got a 37-second song? I don't know if I've heard that one, bro. But yeah, so I guess she's working on getting on here. Let's see if she. Okay, she's finally coming. She's always got some troubles. Hell yeah, send it to me, man. 37 seconds. I can do something with it. Yes, I know. And the video that we're going to play for Eating on Fire tonight is actually pretty long, too. It's like 15 minutes long. So I was super hesitant. There, hold on. Watch this. Look who we got. Let's add somebody to the stage.
Hello. Don't hate me. I'm later than usual today.
Yeah.
I'm late for me late.
Yeah, we would I'm always gonna take the over. Matt's always like, 4.5 minutes or so, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm taking the over.
Yeah, today was chaos. Okay, I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. I won't be this late again, guys.
I told everybody that Dad was using the studio and their drumming and stuff because you're usually set up in front of his drum set. So
yeah, it's freshly warmed up in here.
So you had to beat him off the drums to get in here.
I did.
So you missed a fantastic song. I figured sure you would come in about halfway of the song. I was like, man, I'm going to play this 10-minute long song, and she's going to show up about halfway.
Oh, I missed the long one?
Well, it was not the super. I sent you one in DM, but it's not that one. It was a different one. But
the 10-minute one you said you were going to play.
Yes. I brought two from her just in case. I wasn't sure which one I was going to play, and I started thinking about it. I said, I'm going to do the 10-minute one. We're going to give Scar plenty of time. And then then you were still fucking like, yeah.
I won't blame you if you fire me.
No. Nobody's fired. Let me see. Tattoo Baby was here. I don't know where she went now. She might have dropped off on us for a second, but she actually showed up. She showed up for us.
Yay! Finally, it's been a minute since we saw her.
It has been a minute. Let's see. So, what do you want to do first? So, I'm gonna say that I brought 3 in. I brought her Eden on Fire, which is like 15 minutes long, the video. It's not all song though. It's some of it is just cinematic stuff, and it's like a movie, and it's really cool. And then you brought one Aldava or something like that. What is that one called? It really matches a song that I also brought. So I want to do those two together.
It matches one that you brought.
It kind of does. It's interesting that when I was downloading the music, I was like, man, this song is kind of similar. It's got a similar kind of style to it. Deidre Patrick in the house. Hold on, man. What we got?
I was trying to see which song I brought from them. I brought Insanely Illegal Cage Fight. So yeah, Dal Ave, I think is how they pronounce it.
Yeah. That one.
I brought an Insanely Illegal Cage Fight. It's a really good song, and this band is totally slept on. So I believe they're independent. I'm not actually 100% sure. I couldn't really find online. But I believe they are independent. Whether or not they are, they're hella slept on. So yeah, Dal Ave is really sick as fuck. They're really cool. I think you guys.
Is that them? That's Insanely Illegal.
Insanely Illegal Cage Fight.
So let's do that one, and then I will do. So we have a new.
Good morning, King Ern. I just saw your comment there.
Yeah. He's King Ern's hanging out with us, man. It's morning time over there.
Oh, hi.
Deidre's in your time zone.
Still here. She said she's still here. And hi, Last Days Music. What's up? Deidre's here. Hi.
Yeah, there she is. I'm behind her. Yeah, but yeah. So let's do that one. Let's do
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do the Insanely Illegal Cage Fight, and then I'll do
Insanely Illegal Cage Fight.
Yeah, this is a cool band, and just pay attention to the little. I guess it's the little tune that's in between, the little guitar that's carrying through. It's like almost, I don't know what style of music that is, but
it's very cool though. It's very cool.
Is it not Hindu or something maybe?
That's what I was thinking was
yeah. And so the funny thing is I've got a brand new band called Death by Love, and they have the guys playing a sitar in the video, and so these two kind of like it's like mesh, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Here we go.
I love this kind of stuff, the heavy mixed with like the kind of cultural musical aspect. Love that. It's so sick.
Coming for the throat. Demons like my knuckles, striking snapping bones. Start to powder me, I'm coming for the throat.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
Blood's running tears, I turn, gonna sing this. Addiction to the rage. It's not primal beast, but it's ready to feed. I don't care, I kill off, I am good. Inside this chain link with layering eyes that don't blink. Their money's in my hands, no choice, I can't afford to be weak. They want to show, I can hear them now. They want blood, so I will break them down. All I see is a beating back. Another senseless being down on your fucking head. You winning moving dice, sacrifice thinking twice. Kill them out, kill them out, kill them out. No knockouts, I do. Fuck you. Coming for the throat. Demons like my knuckles, fucking snapping bones. Start to powder me, I'm coming for the throat. King of the cage. Blood's running tears, I turn, gonna sing this. Addiction to the rage. It's not primal beast, but it's ready to feed. I don't care, I kill off, I am good. King of the cage.
So good, so good.
Yeah, that one was pretty short too. So.
It was really short, but it didn't have a video for it, so
yeah,
it's good that it's short.
We skated by on that one, yeah.
But they're so sick. They have so many really cool songs. Definitely give them
it's pretty crazy.
Give them a follow, give them a like, check them out. They're slept on. They don't have nearly enough traction, I think.
So let me find my notes here. I've got some notes. My buddy, so this next band. So I don't know. I used to play music from a band out of Pennsylvania called Dicro. And so it was Pete Gilliard and man, what was dadgum, man, I'm gonna pull blanks on her name. But the chick ended up leaving the band, and Pete was kind of scrambling and tried to find something to do, and he found a girl named Inga Habiba. She's a Polish singer. So this is a transatlantic band, and yeah, so they're really cool, man. This is brand new stuff. This song dropped last week. The video and song dropped together last week, and I dig what Pete's doing, and the addition, him finding Inga and putting this together is really cool. I'm proud for him. So yeah, we see you, Tattoo Baby. Thanks for being here for sure. And yeah, so here we go. This is Death by Love. This is brand new.
strong on the outside, a gentle start. I want to be brave, not scared or shy, to find my own way. I'm looking for balance. Reach round.
I freaking liked that.
It was pretty fucking cool, right?
I like
So Pete's he has Distortion Productions, and so he's a good producer as well as a musician. As you saw, he played the sitar and also the keys in that video. So fantastic new stuff, and it's definitely different. I loved it, and yeah, I'm like Scar. It kind of it would go well with like Black Marine. I mean, I could see something coming along in there. I would think that Poland and I think that's kind of nearby, so I could see that being very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very like avant-garde goth kind of vibe.
Yeah,
And
it's
I think
pretty
that
cool.
would fit so well, of course, with Black Marine. I dig it. I dig the style. I like it.
Yes, and yeah, I agree with you, Amy. At the very end, you can kind of see the bare bones of the song, right? I thought that was a great addition to the video too.
Very
Amazing freaking video. I mean, they did great. Their first time out. I mean,
I
like,
love that like abandoned, like rundown location they were shooting at.
and then it was like all this graffiti on the wall, and then they're like standing on top of chunks of painted stuff that kind of matches the walls. It was really cool, man.
The building, it looked like they found like a building that was like totally falling apart. I dig it. I think that's fun. I'm curious what kind of building it was that they shot that in.
Me too. Like, is it in Poland or was it in the U.S.? I don't know because, like I say, they're transatlantic. Inga is in Poland, the singer, and Pete's, of course, in Pennsylvania. So obviously, one of them had to go somewhere to do a video. So maybe they both went somewhere. I don't know, but that's very cool.
Yeah.
I definitely dug the video, and it's a great first song for that band.
I'm curious too now. Actually, I wonder where it was shot. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so happy for Pete because yeah, I mean, anytime a band falls apart, there's a lot of weird stuff and whatever. And Charmaine was the singer for the other band, Charmaine Fremont, and she was amazing, man. When Dicro was together, I thought they were really going places, and I don't know what happened. They just kind of fell apart all at one time, and they were really on the cusp of doing big things, and then they kind of fell apart. So I don't really know what happened there, but then Pete was scrambling, and then this is what was born from it. So sometimes great stuff comes from bad things, but yeah, you need a drummer still, don't you?
I do still need a drummer. Any drummers in Las Vegas area that are watching this, hit me up.
Any drummers in Georgia that want to fly to Las Vegas and fucking just move out there and fucking join a band?
Just move here. Just move here. Just come be my drummer. It's fine.
Yeah. Damn, she needs a drummer bad, man.
Hopefully soon. We've got a couple of people we've spoken with and that we're looking at. So my fingers are crossed. Send us some good energy so we could get back out there and playing shows for everybody.
I'm sending all of it, man. I'm sending all the great energy, man. But dang, man, I'm ready for y'all to get back on the road and start doing some stuff.
Oh, me too. I have already turned down more shows than I can count on both hands for this year, and it hurts my soul. Yeah,
that makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah. But of course, like you said, this gives you a chance to like do things that, like writing and doing other things, so.
Yes.
But yeah, so I mean, you need that time too, but at the same time, you're missing out.
Okay. Have a good night, Tattoo Baby.
Oh, you're fixing to miss the best video, but okay. Bye. I know you got life too. Bye. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
But so I'm going to do Eden on Fire now because, yeah, definitely Amy has been a great friend, and I'm a part of DI Records, and she's part of that label. And man, Eden on Fire is fantastic. Hold on, let me see here. I've got a couple autograph CDs, but I got that one. Look, that's autographed Eden on Fire. I've got Amy's autograph on there. The rest of the band. I actually have Scarlett's too, though. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, we're fixing to play Eden on Fire. So this is actually one of the first songs I heard from them, but I didn't know they had a video of it. And then when she posted a video the other day, and yeah, love you too. I mean, This chick is amazing. So you're fixing to get to see though. So you're going to get to see both of her personalities. And if I'm not mistaken, aren't you actually a teacher, Amy? But anyway, so this is a cool video, and I really dig it. And we're just going to play it and let everybody see what Eden on Fire is about.
Let's do it. I love it. I see them around all the time.
Yes, they're a big part of the community. So
absolutely.
You got this, girl.
Yeah, girl.
You go with it.
Got this, girl. Oh, she's a tutor.
Yeah, I knew there was something like that. I knew we had a conversation one time. But anyway, the video is freaking fantastic. I love it.
Is that Coke, energy drink, and coffee mixed together? Wait, hold on.
You want to rewind it? Yeah, it is. He's going to be bounced off the walls.
Oh, this is what I need to do.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Amy Gould, the new substitute teacher for Mrs. Coon's summer school music class.
Listen, Angel, we don't need a teacher in that room. Today, you are a glorified babysitter. The students, and I use that term loosely, are the dregs of society. The worst of the worst. They're going to eat you alive.
It's Amy. And oh, I'm sure they're not that bad.
Angel, you can't reach these kids. Because they don't relate to you, me, or anyone. They are going to eat you alive.
Kind of accurate.
Yeah. It's great. This whole video is great.
I have a friend who's a teacher.
Set up that you can
Accurate.
I just love how she's the Popsy Twin going down there.
Do you know where the music room is?
She's so excited to be going to teaching class.
Thank you.
Her cute little walk.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She's so excited to be going to class.
It's like an anime character.
The janitors are actually her band, which is kind of cool too.
Good morning, class. I'm Miss Gould, and today we'll be entering the wonderful world of music together.
I'm gonna say it. We don't care.
Oh, but wait. It's going to be so exciting. We're going to learn about Bach and Beethoven, and if we get really feisty, a little bit of Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Remember the time I said I didn't care? Yeah, that would be now.
How many licks does it take to get to the interesting part of this class?
Why do all the kids look different ages though?
It is kind of weird, right?
Yeah. Maybe it's like a K through 12 and they all go to the same music class.
You know that look you were going for? You missed it. But I just love that you don't care what people think.
Now have a seat, please.
I do love what you do to your hair and the way that it comes out of your nose.
I hardly think insults are in order.
I'm not insulting you, I'm just describing you.
Okay, this isn't off to a great start. Let me try something different with you.
Oh, you've changed your minds, but does this one work any better?
Yes, young man, can I help you?
Well, actually, I can help you.
What is this?
I've hacked into your bank account, and you have a whopping $3.17. You need it more than I do. It seems like your life is based off of
Oh, that one girl's just really tall then.
more than problem solving.
Please, just take your seat. Just listen.
I feel like I just watched one of my friends play this.
This is the best part. I love this part.
you tomorrow.
What in the world happened here?
Well, Angel they ate alive, you were right. But Fallen Angel, they listened to.
You know, we have a job opening.
That was really good and funny, goofy, but like still serious. That was great. That was great. Whoever took those videos for you, whoever shot the video, they did a great job. I love the lighting and I love the shots that they were using. It was very interesting to watch.
Yes, it was. I just love the song, and I'm glad I got to see the video finally, because listening to the song originally, I couldn't quite wrap my head around what it was about. I was thinking maybe a relationship where they were fussing or something, but in the beginning. But I mean, I guess you could superimpose it into like that, or she was having trouble with the class or whatever. I thought it was really cool. The video was great. It's fucking great. The drum set kicked ass. I like the drum set.
Correct me if we have a local guy. Oh yeah, he is great. He's great. It came out fantastic. Like I said, the lighting, the shots, he had some really interesting angles he was shooting things from. I loved how the attention to detail that your cinematographer used, where, you know, with the angling and and taking little clips of just showing your feet with working with the pedals and different things like this. It was very great the way it was all put together and edited together. What was I going to say? Shoot. Never mind. There's something else I was going to say.
ADHD brain.
Oh, I was going to say, it gave me the vibe that that it was, and again, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but it gave me the vibe that it was originally written maybe about a relationship or about like a person like close to you that wasn't listening to you. But then when it came to making the video, it was more fun and interesting maybe to kind of go a different route with the video. That's kind of the vibe I got with it. So give me the lowdown on that in the chat if you would. I'd love to know if the song was written with this kind of video in mind, or if that just happened that way because it was more fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I thought the same thing. Originally listening to the song, the first time I ever heard Eden on Fire, this was the song that I heard. And at the time, I had no idea they were with DI Records, that I was going to end up with DI Records, none of that stuff. But yeah, it turned out to be a pretty cool relationship. Amy's been great, man, and Eden on Fire is a ridiculously great band. Now, I saw something the other day.
She said, right, we wanted to have fun with it. Definitely about a relationship, but we wanted to do something entertaining. I dig it. I like when bands do that sometimes. Yeah. And it's great, too, because Jeff and I have talked about several times before on the show, too, how, you know, it's interesting where you, as an artist, you can write a song meaning one thing, but as a listener, you can apply it to so many different meanings, right? And so when the artists themselves acknowledge that and make kind of a video that has nothing to do with the original meaning of the song, really. I think that's really fun and really interesting because they themselves are showing you right there, like, this could mean so many things. Apply it how it feels right for you.
Yeah, I'm there. I was thinking the same thing. When I originally heard the song, I was like, yeah, this is about some guy just talking over her, treating her bad. And he got a song wrote about his ass and got tore the fuck up. Is what happened to him. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, man, it's
he didn't even get the special privilege of being a
part of the video. No,
you know. They said, "Nah, we're just gonna make it about school children. Fuck him entirely."
Yeah, fuck this dude completely. He can fuck right off. I love it. I do love it, man. Fantastic band, Eden on Fire. So you guys go and man, of course, with every band that we do, but. Yeah, go check out their whole EP, man. The things it came out a couple months ago, and yeah, man, go hit them, man. Go check out Eden on Fire.
Give them
find
a
them.
follow, give them a like, check them out on all the things.
all the things. They're definitely amazing. Amy is a fantastic human being. She's all over the community. I was gonna say I saw something the other day on Facebook that are you changing some band members or something? I mean, is that something that you can talk about, or I mean, I thought maybe something was going on there. I just remember seeing Vox and Sticks post something, but yeah, I feel you, Eric. I feel the same way. I don't know if y'all noticed a little thing where there was somebody wrote on the mirror, Miss Gould is hot, HAWT. That would have been me in there, right? Yeah, I would have been the one right on the mirror. Miss Gould is hot.
He said we have a new lineup.
Okay, yeah, I thought that there was something coming different, and I'm gonna say, I mean, I was really impressed with the band that you had. So, if I mean, yeah, sometimes lineup changes are great. I hope all that's fantastic. I know you're great, so I know you'll make good choices. But yeah, I loved the whole band that you had just then too. So.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see the new era though. And
me too. Change isn't always bad.
Yeah, kind of see what the new lineup has to offer. Wait till you hear this one. Ooh.
Yeah, there you go, Miss Gould. So
that's all right. She's a music teacher. She doesn't have to.
That's okay. Yeah, she can get away with it. Let's see. Which one do you want to do, Scar? You got Mathiko. Yeah. Yeah, Mathiko and Solent still.
Let's shoot. Let me look at what I sent you. Let me see.
Mathiko is a female.
Let's do Mathika.
Yeah, Mathika. She's a female vocalist. She's a freaking amazing.
Let's do Mathika. I think that'll be a fun little.
Yeah,
let's change it up a little bit.
Yeah, follow up to what we just heard. Yeah, I think so too. It's pretty good. So. Look at Amy. She's over there LOL and about being a music teacher. Yeah. Here we go. This is Mathika.
Yeah, this is I believe she's a solo artist. And she's really fucking cool. So Mathika.
My head is a house with long halls, red lights, no doors, how to make it a home all by myself. Always something to fix, dark thoughts, blue pills, tight grip when it's all that you know. You get used to it. I'm homesick from living with myself. Made an exit plan, but I left it on the shelf. I've been so obsessed with romanticizing death. I know how the story ends, but how do you live when you don't want to die anymore? Just thinking out loud, thought I'd be gone by now. So what do I do with all this extra time I got? Sink into the couch, the drugs don't work. I found when it's all that you know, how do you not self-destruct? I'm homesick from living with myself. Made an exit plan, but I left it on the shelf. I've been so obsessed with romanticizing death. I know how the story ends, but how do you live when you don't want to die anymore? When you don't want to die anymore.
fun.
That's pretty damn good.
It's pretty cool. Very poppy, but it's like dark.
Yeah, it is dark, and I loved all the exit signs. What was the deal? I mean, there was like an exit sign every fucking where. So
For real.
yeah, and I'm guessing there was some meaning to that, right? She was like, "How do you live when you don't die anymore?" Yeah.
Yeah, the way that I was seeing it was like it's almost giving me, because the song is talking about like basically like coming out of feeling, you know, like you want to make an exit plan,
Maybe, yeah.
And not knowing what to do with yourself because you're so used to identifying with being sad and with wanting to leave this earth, right? And so that you feel like that's almost become like your identity, and now not wanting to exit, you don't know what to do with yourself anymore. And so to me, it was giving the vibe of kind of like she's in this dark hallway with all these lights flashing around. Everything's looking all crazy. Like she's lost, right? Because and there's all these exit signs everywhere all around her. And it's like the universe is like tempting her, right? Like, are you going to exit or are you going to stay? Pick one, but you have to pick a path. You can't just stay stuck in this hallway. You have to pick a path, right? So it's almost like this kind of in-between space, this liminal space of like coming out of the depression and the wanting to exit, but not knowing, what do I do next if I don't have this identity?
Yeah.
You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, it really does. That's kind of what I picked up. I was like, man, this is so. I was looking at all the exit signs. She was talking about how do I live when I don't want to die anymore. So I'm like, well,
yeah,
kind of odd. And then I started thinking about it. And like you, I was like, well, she's coming out of depression, and she could have took any one of these doors with the exit sign, but
instead she stayed in the hallway. But now she's stuck in that hallway. So now she's
trying to figure out. Yeah, now she don't know what to do. Like you said, she don't know how to live like a normal life, I guess. But yeah, very cool. Very cool. I loved it. Yeah. Definitely loved it. So we have two more and possibly another one, depending on how much time we have left or whatever. I don't really know. I don't see our time anymore.
What you got next for us, Jeff?
Yeah. So I've got one called "Strange Like Me" that's really cool. Yeah.
Ooh.
New video ideas. Ooh, hush your mouth. I think we've done one of your videos back at Halloween. I don't know if it was broken, I can't remember which one we did at Halloween, Amy, but you had one that was really Halloweenish. Maybe it was broken. I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but I do remember it.
We did do it. Yeah, we did a Halloween episode, and we had your song in that one, video that you guys did and released around that time. That was really cool. If I'm going to go look at Broken and see if we haven't done Broken, we will do it soon because I definitely love what you guys are doing. It was Broken. That's what I thought. I thought that was the one. I love that video actually. And yeah, the video was great. Everything about it was kind of vampy and all that stuff. I love that one too. So you guys are doing good stuff, man, and a great band. So I love what the message that you're sending and all that's all fantastic. So
definitely excited to see what you've got coming.
Yeah. Definitely for real. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. Okay, so yeah, so you only have the two videos. Okay, that one's really good too, and I remembered it. Yeah, we did it. I think we did it on Halloween, our Halloween episode. One of them. We did about two episodes that were right around Halloween, but I think that was the one where we dressed up and everything. I can't remember for sure.
I think that was on the official Halloween.
Yeah, and it was really vampy stuff. I really dug the whole thing. It was like in a cemetery, parts of it and stuff, and the guys were like ghost hunters maybe or something. It was fucking cool. Yeah. But yeah, this is a band. This is a new band that I found called Strange Like Me. They're a little bigger band, so I mean, I haven't really communicated with them at all. And yeah, I've seen some of the lyric videos too. And yeah, we're not beyond playing those either. I mean, sometimes we've been playing some videos that aren't necessarily just all cinematographic or whatever. But yeah, let's check out Strange Like Me. This is In My Dreams. So.
Strange Like Me, you said? That's the logo.
You're gonna love this thing.
In the twilight of my mind, where dreams and fears entwine.
Man.
That was so cool.
I knew you would like that one.
I really like that. I love how they did the paint. Oh my god.
Yeah, they were like squirt guns with fluorescent paint or something, man. It was fucking badass. The whole video.
I real talk, I've been wanting to do that for so long. I keep trying to get my dad to film a video, but he doesn't want to ruin his drums with paint. I get it.
Well, you could use some water-based stuff, but yeah, you're still gonna have to wet the drums to get it off, I guess.
You gotta clean those bitches for like hour, and he's got a big ass drum set.
Yeah. Probably not the best idea.
Take hours to clean. You gotta go out in the middle of the desert just to do it and keep it contained. But I want to do that so bad, and that video was happiness to me. I want to do that. Okay. Quick random fun fact. I once with my ex went out and did a rage night because my best friend had gone through some shit and she was in a bad place, and so I was like, all right, well, I got this old TV and a bunch of shit, let's just go out to the middle of the desert, put down some tarps, right, so we can keep the mess contained, and we'll just fucking take a hammer and shit and just break this TV. Just rage room it. Just take out your rage. So we did that, but we brought paint too. We had a paint war. We did our makeshift rage room. We beat the shit out of a TV and some bottles and shit, and then we fucking picked up all the glass and whatnot, got it out of the way, and then we ran around with paint bottles, fucking just spraying each other with paint. And I went home by the end of the night. My whole body was covered in every freaking color you could imagine. It was fun as fuck. That was the night I was like, I want to do this again, but for a music video.
Yeah, I definitely dug the video, and I want to say the girl's name is Karen Strange. I want to say so. The band's name is named after the last name of the singer. I know her last name is Strange, spelled that way, so I can't remember her first name. I want to say it's either Kim or Karen. It's something like that. But
what's the band name again?
Strange Like Me, but it's spelled STRAENGE. So you add it STRAENGE.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they kick ass pretty hard.
I like them.
Yeah, I've had her on my Facebook for a while, and that's just I just happened, since we've been doing the indie videos, sometimes they pop up on my feed, and that one popped up. So
hell yeah.
But we have a Oklahoma band for you, Solence.
We do.
And then I saved one from my new friend Odette. So we have time to do it. Probably, it looks like. Yeah. So.
Oh, good. Yes.
Yeah, since you missed the first one. But let's see. Solence. This is a band from Oklahoma, I think. So, Dead Tomorrow. Scar brought this one. It kicks ass.
I don't wanna live life on the low, 'cause we could be dead tomorrow. I just wanna feel like I'm alive today. I don't wanna live life moving slow, 'cause we could be dead tomorrow. I just wanna feel like I'm alive today. I'm feeling restless, running out of patience. High speed, fast lane, I don't wanna miss shit. All day, all night, never gonna slow down. Touch me, hit me, baby, make me feel alive. be dead tomorrow. I just wanna feel like I'm alive today. I don't wanna live life moving slow, 'cause we could be dead tomorrow. I just wanna feel like I'm alive today. Today, feel like I'm alive today, feel like I'm alive today.
So good. It's so fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the drums were my favorite part of that song.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I like the whole vibe of it, but the drums made it heavy while the singing was poppy. You know, the singing was kind of poppy, and then the drums were heavy. So
Yeah, I liked the mix. I liked how it still felt heavy, but it was like,
I think it was the drums that made it feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
know. I was on that. I mean, the guitar was cool too, but I feel like the drums, the whole song, kind of carried it and made it feel heavy.
yeah, he had some grit in his voice and stuff too, and some of the melody lines in there made it feel a little heavier and stuff. But yeah, very poppy. But I like it. I like it.
I feel the meaning behind the song too, because I'm an adrenaline junkie myself. So
I feel that.
yeah, I mean, I was gonna ask, would you jump out of a plane like that?
Would I jump out of a plane?
Yeah, you saw they were skydiving or whatever. Would you do that?
You know, I've thought about it, and I think I might.
I haven't done it, but I've done what they call the needle or whatever, where they pull you up and you know, on a cable and you release. It's kind of like it, you know, except for there's a cable hook to you. But yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
But
I haven't done that. I've done snowboarding, I've done zip lining, I've done scuba diving, free diving, blah 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 blah. But I haven't done too much in the air. But I think I'd like to. I think it would be interesting and fun.
Yeah, there's like a parachute simulator, a skydiving simulator at the park near here, and yeah, they'll pull you way up on like a needle, and you're hooked. You actually have a cable, and you're strapped into a thing, kind of like a parachute would be hooked to your back. And the guy, he counts down. You got to hit a button, and you pull a ripcord, it releases you. You know what I mean? So you're basically free falling for a few minutes, and then you start swinging. After that, it kind of swings you. But yeah, I would jump, but I wouldn't want to ride with somebody. I would want to do it by myself.
Yeah, I kind of feel that. But
Yeah.
I think you have to do it with someone the first few
Yeah,
times.
somebody's probably got to be licensed to do it with you.
Yeah.
But I would totally do it though.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you would try skydiving.
I know I would do it. Like I say, I would probably just want to go alone. I'd be like, hey bro, let me have the reins on this thing, man. But yeah, there's probably more to it because the landing and stuff's probably not super easy.
Yeah, you have to be very trained to do something like that. I think that the general rule of thumb, if I'm not mistaken, is that you have to go with a licensed professional your first couple of times, and you have to do buddy system your first few times. You can't do it alone. And it's the same thing with like scuba diving too. With scuba diving, you can't go alone. You can't legally scuba dive without being certified and being trained to do it. And the first time when you get certified, you have to scuba dive with somebody else, so that you can learn the ropes of it. You can't just like go and like learn by yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's up, Watson? You're late, bro, but Scarlett was almost as late as you.
I'll take that one. I'll eat that one.
I'm glad you made it though, bro. Yeah, we've got one more song, man. I'm going to this is once again I made this new friend, man, last night, and it was so crazy. Which, I mean, we've been friends on Facebook for a minute, but we've never communicated, like, you know. And last night we hooked up, and I'm like, you know, I started checking her music. I knew she was a band, but I didn't really know that they had stuff out that I could get a hold of or whatever. And so I hit her up. She started sharing all these music videos, or all these little videos. They're all have they're not technically videos, but they have like a what do you call it? Epilepsy warning, probably a little flash and whatever screen. But very cool Very cool band, man. And but like I say, all their songs are pretty long. This one is probably their shortest song. I want to say this song is like 7 minutes, 32 seconds. This is probably the shortest song they have. And it's 7 minutes and 32 seconds. And then like the one that I sent you, Scar, was like 15 minutes. And I don't remember if I sent you 2 or just the one or what, but
you sent me 2.
yeah, so the second one was probably like 10 minutes or 11 minutes long. Yeah. And one of them's really heavy and one of them's not quite so much. The song I played earlier was super heavy. I think it's the song that I sent you actually. So you had heard it already probably. But
okay.
I don't think you
well,
probably
then I
heard
didn't
it.
miss out.
No, you didn't miss out there. Because yeah, I remember now which ones I sent you, but because those were my 2 early favorites from them. And literally I listened to the one I sent you, the 15-minute long song. I've listened to it multiple times a day. It's so good, man. But
it's very good.
It's really good. Yeah. I've been listening to it, trying to find something in there that something different, or it's such a long and immersive experience listening to her music. But yeah, let's just say this one's Eclipsed by You, I think, or something like that. Let's see. Once again, this is
Fate was a thief, whispering secrets I ignored. I tried to hold you, but the ache kept me floored. You with your grin, like a dare I couldn't turn down. But the higher we climbed, the harder we drowned.
I'm doing my model phase. Duh.
Man.
I don't fucking know. I gotta entertain myself somehow.
It's the ADHD, man.
I'm ready for my close up.
I love this show, man. Where else can you see Scarlett Morningstar pretending to be a fish? I mean,
if you are any of my friends, you will probably see
we see stuff like that. Man, what do you think about Graveyard Lilies, man? That band is ridiculous, right? I mean, I don't know.
They're so good. They're so good. Very polished, like you said. Very polished. Her lyrics, her voice is gorgeous. Her lyrics, though, oh my God, like she had my attention. She had my attention.
The whole way, yeah. And every one of her songs have deep ass meaning like that, and you're hooked from the beginning. Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's romantic. It's dark. It's eerie. I love it.
I want to say I would call it probably goth metal, maybe. I don't know. So my Eden on Fire, I would probably say is maybe melodic metal, maybe. And then, I don't know. I don't get into all the subgenres. It's metal or it's not. But
look, I got to be honest with you. I'm lost on the 500 billion subgenres. All right, like I got some of them, but like as far as I'm concerned, if it's metal, it's metal. If it's rock, it's rock. If it's pop, it's fucking pop.
That's kind of like that's kind of where I am. But then you get the weird crossover stuff where it's kind of pop and kind of rock and kind of metal all together. But I dig all of it, man. But definitely that band's really cool. I feel so glad. I'm so glad that she saw one of my posts yesterday and commented on it. It's the first time we had any interaction at all. I remember friending with her, and then we've been friends for a while, and then all of a sudden she hit one of my posts with a comment, and I was like, man, let me go check this out, and so I went and followed up, and I'm so glad I did, man, because they're freaking wicked, man. Symphonic metal. Okay, yeah, symphonic melodic. I would say, I mean, that's kind of where I would put you guys. I'm trying to think of another band that's kind of in that same zone as maybe Everfelt out of Illinois. Everfelt's melodic metal. They're not exactly cut from the same cloth, but a similar style. I love Eden on Fire, man. I love what they're doing. I can't wait to see what they're going to do next, man. Can't wait to see what any of these bands are going to do next. I got to hear one of Graveyard Lilies' unreleased songs last night too. So. Or actually, it was maybe this morning, but I got to check out one that's called The Moon, and it's unreleased yet, but it's going to be fantastic too.
The Moon, I like that name.
Yeah, and even the name of the band's cool, but and there's a special meaning behind the Lilies and everything too. She lost a son, and they lived near a lily farm, and so he used to bring her in Chinese lilies was his favorite, so he would bring her in Chinese lilies. So I think a lot of that, all band name and everything, kind of comes from that kind of deal.
Aww.
It's kind of sad, and but at the same time, all those things make us what we are, and made her music what it is, and etc. But
that's sad and
it really is super sad and beautiful. And there's a song. I
already loved that name, Graveyard Lilies, but now I love it like 100 times more. Oh.
Yeah. And then there's a song she sent me earlier that she wrote about him and for him or whatever, and it includes the stuff about him bringing lilies and all. It was really sweet, and
What's that one called?
Shoot, let me
pop quiz, Jeff.
Yeah, you got me. Hold on, I can pull it up. But I'm gonna say that I'm going to. She gonna sing me to sleep tonight. I'm just gonna go and tell y'all, man. I'm gonna listen to this song, the one I'm talking about.
I don't think she could sing me to sleep because
this song she could.
It's so bad. It's so good. Like I want to sing along to it. So I think I couldn't, just because I'd sit there singing for 3 hours to her music.
No, it's not this one. Yeah, she sent it to me. I'm gonna find it. Hold on, I'm gonna get the name of it.
Don't smoke. It's bad.
Do not smoke. It's bad for you.
Do not smoke. We do not endorse smoking on this channel. As I say. Not as I do.
So the name of the song is Shining in the Darkness.
Shining in the darkness.
Yeah, and she wrote that about her son that died. So, and it is so I'm gonna say that they're really bluesy kind of. They've got a really the poet does need pain. I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys some of my most creative times is when I'm hurt. So I mean, I know that it's like that. I mean, that's what brings out all my creativeness. So I know it does for everybody else too. That's probably
for real. I go through periods where like nothing interesting enough is happening in my life, and I feel like I have writer's block. And then something bad happens, and I'm like, let me write 30 songs in a week.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a good release for it, rather than, I mean, there's a lot of alternatives, right? You could hurt yourself or you could do so many things, but instead just put it on paper, put pen to paper and melody to voice recorder, whatever it is, whatever your method is, and just do it. Me, I get on Facebook and create things and make weird posts and banners and stuff. I don't know, but I dig that band, and I really dig every band that we played tonight again.
Yeah, we had another great lineup of music.
It's been like that every week, though. I don't think we've had a week. You know what I mean?
A week.
WEAK. But we've had some strong episodes, man. So much great music out there. So much of it. I can't believe how there's some that's been right under my nose like that one, and then I didn't know it was there, and then I found it. Just like it's timing. Sometimes stuff's meant to be certain ways, I think. But you're always supposed to be exactly where you are, I guess. And
yeah, sure.
Yeah, that all worked out perfectly, man. It was great. And so I'm gonna ask everybody if you're still here or whatever, man. Y'all make sure and tune into the Tuesday Pump Session this Tuesday. I need all my friends to tune in because we're trying to it's a little contest amongst us DJs to see who gets the most listeners for the first week of February. And the show last night, man, the show Saturday night is strong. It kicks ass. I don't know. I think they're kind of lucky because there's a lot of people tune in on Saturday night to the auto DJ without a show playing, and then they're kind of fading off about the time. This show that ran last night starts at midnight. And it started at midnight and goes until 2:00. So it's a goth rock show, and it's good. I listen to it every night, every Saturday. But there was 216 people tuned into that show last night. So
wow! All right, guys, we got a project here. We got to get Jeff to win.
I've got to get more than 260. Now I've had 480 something one time. So
everybody, be on your shit. Go tune in to the Tuesday Pump Session at Hot Headed Radio. Give Jeff comments and likes and stuff. Tell Hot Head Radio that Jeff is the bestest.
Well, you don't got to do all that.
At the end.
Just show up and just show up and be counted. But
no. Show up and be counted. Yeah, just show up and be counted. But also comment and tell them that Jeff is the best. Best. I can't say it anymore. You know what I mean.
I know. I appreciate it, but I'm definitely drumming for that one. I mean, that's a couple of days now, and so I've got a special show. Actually, I've got quite a bit of good music, some new stuff. I've got
put it on all your devices. Yes.
Yeah, log in everything you own. Yeah, like
every single thing. Your iPad over there you haven't touched in 5 weeks.
Log them all in. And what's funny is we it sucks that we concentrate on numbers, right? I mean, artists do it. They're looking at their Spotify numbers, and as DJs, we kind of, I think numbers are more important to us than to you guys because we're trying to get you to as many ears as possible. So it's got to be worth your while to put your music on my show, right? So I want more people to hear you. The more people that are listening to my show, the more people's hearing you, and so.
Yeah, totally. The more people that listen, to the radio shows and stuff, that's wonderful because that's more ears that our music is reaching as artists.
And we're not. That's the way I look at it too. Even if it's just other artists, a lot of times you haven't heard them. I mean, tonight, how many of you guys heard some of the bands we played tonight? Probably not many of us have heard any of those bands before tonight or just recently. So, it's time for a shot. Hold on.
Ooh, cheers. My invisible shot.
Little fireball shot. Yeah, you didn't have coffee again tonight.
Oh no, I didn't make coffee today.
But yeah, I would appreciate everybody to tune in and help me out on that one. That's a tall order, man. That show does great. They usually have a 100 or so people listening, and my shows are normally, I get in that range normally. So I've been down a little bit in numbers recently for whatever reason, but it's up and down, and numbers are always up and down. Tuesdays is kind of a weird night. Saturday, I'm surprised that Saturday night at midnight does so well. That's a crazy time for people to be actually tuning into radio, but they are.
Unless they're just throwing the radio on during, whatever they're doing for their Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, and so the funny thing about that is those guys, yeah, and exactly. I mean, me too. So that's what I'm here, man. I love finding new music, and yeah, I mean, that's for me. That's my favorite thing is finding new stuff. Like Graveyard Lilies, man. That thing I got so lucky, man. I feel like I get lucky, but a lot of times it's just been in the right place and keeping my nose to the ground too. But I found Eden on Fire, 7 days a minute. Shoot, I don't know. Scarlet Silhouette. I don't know. I wasn't the first one to play most of you guys, but I was probably early on in a lot of you bands.
In my experience with my band, you were very early on. You caught us like right when we came out. We just put out our first single, and you were my first interview ever. Actually,
yeah, that was fun too. It turned into this.
No, I think you were my second interview ever, but you were my first. You were my first more put together interview.
Yeah, and you hung out with me for a good 30 minutes for that, and then the vibe was vibing. So look at where we're at now. All kind of hinged from an interview, because whenever it came time for me to need somebody to help me here, I was like, man, I need to hit Scarlett up for that, because I just felt like we had a thing, so.
It's great. It's been great. It's been so much fun. And I want to say once again, thank you everybody so much who's been tuning in, who's been coming into the chats and chatting with us. Everyone who's here every single week. You guys are freaking absolutely amazing. Those of you that are new, that are watching us later on YouTube rather than the live, thank you so much for tuning in, for checking out the music, for anything you do to support these bands that we're sharing, these artists that we're sharing. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. And we have so much fun doing this. So we hope to continue doing it for a while. And hopefully we can help spread some awesome music to some ears that will enjoy it.
We definitely do. And look, buy merch, buy CDs,
yes.
buy Eden on Fire, buy their CD. Look, buy their CD. They're not making shit off Spotify. But if you buy that, they make more money on probably that than 1,000 streams on Spotify. You know what I mean? We concentrate on Spotify. Look, buy that. That's Scarlett Silhouette. Look right there. Buy that. Buy Scarlett Silhouette stuff. Buy their shirts. Buy all their stuff, man. Their shirts are cool. Eden on Fire, I don't have a shirt, but I need to go on y'all's site. I know Eden on Fire has a website. I need to go on there and check out their merch and see exactly what they've got. I've been running into a lot of bands lately that I'm Bandcamp. Yes, and go to Bandcamp and you can buy their albums on Bandcamp and everything too. So. And I've been known to do some of that as well. Like some bands will send me their Bandcamp link instead of sending me the song or whatever in an email, and I'll just go pay $5 for the song. You know what I mean? Most of the songs are like 99 cents or whatever. I'll just go put $5 on it, and then I get to play it forever. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I download it, and I play it on the radio, and I paid $5 for it. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. One of the best things that you can do to help out an artist is anything you directly purchase from them, be it their merch or their music, anything, concert tickets, anything you directly purchase from the artist is going to be the most help, other than, of course, streaming our music and following us on the social medias and commenting and liking and subscribing. All those things are very, very helpful too, because the numbers are so important in today's society and such. Yeah. So it's very helpful for us. But if you want to help actually, pay us financially, the best way to do it is definitely through directly purchasing something from us. So definitely check out Eden on Fire. Check out all the awesome other artists here. 7 Days a Minute. We didn't play them today, but we've had them in the chat and we've played them before. Check them all out. Give them a like. Give them a follow. Buy their merch. Buy their music if you like them. They deserve it.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, nobody wants to pay for stuff anymore. And I get it. It's a big struggle, right? I mean, everybody's struggling, and you can get so much stuff for free now. People hate to pay, but I mean, I'm sitting here knowing I go to shows all the time. I buy t-shirts at the shows. I mean, I always do. I tell the guys, even when I'm buying, I'm like, man, at least you got some gas money. You know what I mean? If I buy one t-shirt from each band at a show, you know, I might spend $75 for a 3-band show or whatever. And at least they got gas money. Some of their gas recovered, you know what I mean, to come and play. And hopefully they made a little money on the door or something, you know, on top of that. But
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just really, even just buying a couple of t-shirts like at a show, like you're saying, like getting the gas money, that's helpful so much as it is, because again, speaking from personal experience as an artist, especially if you're traveling to a show, you know, like it's hard for us to do that, you know, as a smaller artist, as an independent artist, it's harder for us to be able to go out and travel to your town to play a show where you can come see us. But if we are able to make some of the money back through merch sales or whatever it may be, that at least gives us the chance to be able to do that. You know what I mean? So we actually are able to go play that show, and you're able to come see us, and we're able to go have a good time and spread our music.
Often, yeah, and that's what I know. I mean, I know that. See, so literally, so the last show I went to, I'm going to one next weekend actually. That's locals only showcase in Tallahassee, Florida, which is probably my most local. It's about an hour away, and it's a rock venue, so I get to see some fresh new rock bands there. But I drove 5 hours the last show I went to, and the bands that came actually all drove 5 hours too. So you know what I'm saying? So they drove 5 hours to get there. I drove 5 hours to get there. The least I could do was buy some t-shirts or something. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, I got to rock the hell out, and I got some cool shirts. So
yeah. And you know, like you were saying, with like people don't like to spend money on things like that anymore so much. I think, like, I beg to differ. You know, I think a lot of times people will try to kind of find the easy way out and get things for free as much as possible. Sure. But if there's something that you care about, you'll put the money into it.
Oh yeah,
right?
no, for sure.
As a music lover and as a music listener and supporter, you know, if you love the bands that you listen to and you want the smaller artists that you love to continue doing what they're doing, then the best way to do that, to help them to continue doing that and to keep getting music from them, again, is, like we said, is purchasing anything from them directly. Again, be it tickets, because they, you know, we make back a percentage of ticket sales that we sell. If it's merch, if it's buying their music, you know, again, streaming is great, but if you really want to support and you love a band, you care about them, go on, see if they have a website, you know.
Go to Bandcamp.
Do to purchase their music. If they have purchasable stuff through Apple Music, you know, do what you can to purchase it. Streaming it is great, but purchasing it is always going to be the best to help us.
You got to cut the middleman out. And yeah, like Spotify's a big middleman, right? So they're making all the money, and the artists are making so little of it. It sucks.
I've made like 2 cents probably.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that it's like it is. But yeah, one day, bucket list, I'm coming to Vegas and I'm going to see Scarlett Silhouette play.
Yes.
I also want to see some Eden on Fire play somewhere one day. So yeah, I mean, I have so many bands. If I could hit the lottery one time, man, I would just travel around and see all you guys playing all the damn time.
He said, I'm rich. I'm going to drive to this show and then this show. I'm going to go cross country to that show.
Exactly. I'll buy some kind of crazy RV or something and I'll be all over the world, man, watching y'all play.
It's the groupie tour bus.
Yeah, I would be. And all indie bands too. I don't care about seeing no Metallica or nothing. I want to see Eden on Fire. I want to see, yeah.
Eden on Fire says we hope to tour soon. Ooh,
yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome too. So, and I know tours are hard. I mean, I don't know how far you guys would go, but
rather give it away.
Yeah, and so that's what I mean. And so I'm with him. So like, I've never paid for Spotify. I do pay for I pay for YouTube Music, and the only reason is because I pay for Google Plus and stuff, and it's kind of included with my YouTube Premium plan or whatever. So I get YouTube Music with it. But if I was to have to buy Spotify, I'm not doing it, man. I don't like what they're doing, and so I like having the music that I can get and listen to, but I don't like how they're doing the artists.
I don't purchase Spotify Premium personally, but I do use it sometimes for listening to music. Though I will say personally, I think to gravitate toward YouTube the most.
I do too.
Even for music listening.
I do. I use YouTube Music now, like we were talking about before, I have so much music that I barely need to listen to anything else. I mean, music just kind of pours into my inbox at times, but I'm not really chasing it. I've got back on the hunt a little bit lately, and as you can tell, I found Graveyard Lilies. I found 7 Days a Minute. I'm finding some bands again. I put my nose back to the ground a little bit. There was a spell in there where I kind of lost my mojo, I guess, and was just waiting on things to come in, expecting people just to give it to me or whatever. And no, I'm back on the hunt. I'm back on the prowl. Yeah,
I feel that.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's actually part of what I loved about it in the beginning. So I'm finding my little rhythm again. I like it.
Yeah, it's fun to go on little internet adventures, scavenger hunts, and find new music.
Yeah,
I'm taking the long road. If tour becomes my future, that's where I'll earn my pay. I feel that. You can earn pay too, though, as a small artist playing local shows. It's not a lot, but you can do it.
I mean, so my friends, my besties were a band called The Loves. They're in Virginia now, so I don't get to see them so often, but they made, $100 a piece a show around here. They make $150, $200 a piece. And, $150 or $200 to split for the two of them a night. You know what I mean? If you make $100 a night to do what you freaking love, you know what I mean? And you spend a little bit of gas just doing local stuff. Yeah,
it's not a lot, but it definitely helps. If you're playing the right kinds of clubs and working with the right promoters, you can definitely make some back from playing local shows for sure.
Yeah, and you do a show Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday or something. Yeah, I mean, you're making $300 extra a week there. Maybe you could buy a new instrument or a new microphone or a new pedal or something. You know what I mean? I know it all gets right back put into the music. I already know. I mean, it's like a never-ending battle, right? So you make a little money, you just put it right back into the music most of the time. But
definitely.
I mean, you're never gonna have all the guitars
3 nights a week. Screw that. You didn't like playing so often.
Yeah, Nat and Amelia, the Loves, they were doing that, and I was such a groupie of them. I mean, they're like my best friends, so I would try to catch every show. I think I missed, out of the 3 years that they were here performing, I might have missed 5 shows in 3 years, and they performed a lot.
Pay sound. Why are you paying sound? That's not your job. I've never had to pay a sound guy before, unless if I was working with my own sound guy that I agreed to pay him.
And so that's what I was going to say. A lot of times, and it's different between clubs, right? So sometimes I've seen it both ways. Like, so if you're at a club, the club has to pay a sound guy, so then they make the bands kind of pay it. But sometimes the sound guy is like a part of the club, and then the bands don't have to pay it because he's already being paid by the club.
Out here, the way it works is typically the sound guy is the club sound guy, and that's their dealing. So I don't know if that might come out of some of the ticket sales and stuff, sure, but we don't see any of that. We don't have knowledge of any of that. All we know is we get told, okay, you make this percentage of the ticket sales, and that's what you make. We don't pay out any of our money to anybody else.
You have to hire your own sound guy. Oh, so I get that. Yeah. So this, unless it's like some of these places. So I'm lucky here. I mean, we don't have a lot of original bands playing here. There's a lot of cover bands, but the couple of local venues that I can go to, they have their own systems in there, and either the manager or somebody can run the sound a lot of times, or they have somebody that can kind of run the sound. So it's kind of included for the bands, but yeah, and then like festivals and stuff like that, there's going to be a big sound and lighting company probably hired in. But I can get it. A lot of small venues probably don't have a sound guy, and you're got to bring all your own stuff and either do it yourself or hire somebody to do it. So I get that.
Yeah, that definitely makes it a lot harder to.
Yeah, if you're going to make a living or even break even, or I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough business. And while we're talking about that, myself and Odette from Graveyard Lily, she was talking about how tough it is in Australia. It's just as hard over there. So, I mean, besides the Spotify thing and how to make money, she was talking about how tough it is even to, to make money just doing music, period, So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And so I guess that's worldwide, we're dealing with that kind of thing. And they still take a cut of house sound. So this is, I get so mad. I feel like places take advantage of the artists a lot of times. I really do. I don't know. There's pay to play.
There's definitely a lot of it. There's a lot of places too still that are pay to play, which
I don't like that. I don't like the pay to play. Yeah, no, you should always pay the artist.
It's a symbiotic relationship, right? The clubs need us as much as we need the clubs, right? So why? Like why should we pay you to provide your club with the entertainment that you need and promise to your club goers?
Yeah, that's
right?
kind of
You need us, so why do I have to pay you to do what you need us for?
And we see the same thing with like some of these bigger bands that are touring, coming around. Just say Green Day, for instance, or whatever. If you wanted to open for Green Day, then you got to pay them to be their opening act or whatever. Fuck that.
I get that in some instances, where it's like, oh, hey, like, I'd really love to open up for you. I'm willing to pay if you'll put me on. You know what I mean?
No, but I think the band should.
But when it's like
these bigger bands that have made it already should be helping the little guy get
absolutely.
up. I think they should be helping the little guy get up. And that's just
if I was in that position, I would be looking for someone that's not known to open up for me, right? Because I'm like, okay, I have the power to open up such a wide audience for you.
Yeah, for you, yeah.
Let me put you in this spot that will allow all these people.
Yeah, you're a badass fucking band, and I want you to open for me so that all my people can hear you, right? But look at this. This right here, this is the sneaky pay-to-play way. I've been seeing this too, where you've got to sell 100 tickets or something. So if you don't sell 100 tickets, then you've either got to pay for the tickets yourself, or you don't get on stage, right? So that fucking sucks, man. It's the same thing.
So in cases like that, it kind of makes sense, and I can see it from a business perspective, because as the club, right, you are used to selling out so many tickets, right? And so if you are going to book a band that is not good for the crowd that you need, if they are not able to bring in people, that's also your job as the artist, right? Your job as the artist is to bring in a draw of people into that club. Again, it's a symbiotic relationship. The club needs us, we need the club, and the promoter and this guy and that guy, right? But if you're not able to sell tickets to a club that is used to selling X amount of tickets, then you shouldn't be playing that club. Unfortunately, that's the way it works. But it comes to a point where it's, okay, if you're going to make every single artist pay for a spot on your stage, even though you wouldn't be losing money, that's where it doesn't get
me, right? I think there's a lot of that. Yeah, you'll have shows that have 3 or 4 bands and everybody had to sell 100 tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever. I don't know. I get it though. They do have to make money, and a lot of times original bands aren't, especially that come from out of town. People don't really know them, so maybe they're not going to draw a big crowd for local, or whatever. But to me, it is.
I agree, but the thing is that it's and there's always, it's not a perfect system, but it's more so you should be playing smaller venues until you're able to draw enough people. When you're filling small venues, you should be moving up to bigger venues that sell more tickets.
That's right.
Because you're able to fill those venues now. So it's really a matter of working your way up to bigger and bigger crowds. But if you're playing a club that sells, let's say, an average of 500 tickets, and they've booked, I don't know, let's say 3 bands for that night, right? If you're only able to sell 5-10 tickets, who's selling all those tickets? How is the club making the money that they're supposed to be making, right? But if you're able to sell 10 tickets and you play a club that is used to selling 30 to 50 tickets and they've booked 3 bands, now it balances out and it makes sense, right? So it's like I said, it's really a matter of kind of gauging where your audience is at and how many people you're able to draw. And if you're able to bring that draw, then great. If you're not able to bring that draw, then maybe work on getting more draw before you play such a large venue. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I think even some of the small venues are doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's where it's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah. I
if
think
you're not losing money and you just trying to make extra for your club and you don't give a shit about the artists, like, that's stupid. Like, you need us. Like,
and the other thing,
promise to be a live music venue.
Yeah,
you need us.
and so this part too. So the other thing that I'm learning is, and I mean, just being in the business, I don't know. I've only been in this business, I guess, in the business side of it for, I guess I'm going on 4 years maybe, but getting into learning about the shows and that kind of stuff, probably the last 2 years, probably. I've been going to shows, but I never was interested in what it took to put a show on, what the bands were earning, et cetera. I never really cared, enough to think about it. But I'm looking, a lot of times you don't get into a venue now if you're not booked with an agent that's friends with that venue kind of thing or whatever. See, so there's a lot of that around here too. A lot of, I guess, would be booking agents, headhunters or whatever. So unless they bring you in, you're not getting into this venue per se,
I think there's a lot of that goes around, but I think it's a matter of building a reputation with people. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to get booked, you have to build a reputation. If you want to get booked, people have to know who you are, and they have to know that you're going to show up and you're going to work and you're going to put on a good show and you're going to want to be there, right? So I think when it comes to situations like that, like, word of mouth is a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Like, I've not that I've played any of these places yet, but I've had opportunities given to me and offered to me to play places that I never thought I would have been able to play yet, or places that I didn't even know existed because of word of mouth, because I've worked really hard on building a good connection with the people around me in the industry that I've worked with, and that word of mouth spreads. You know what I mean? So it's like, this promoter that has worked with me has these good things to say about me and my band, who spoke with this promoter, who spoke with that guy. And now I have the opportunity to play here when before I didn't even know this place existed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it really does. Yeah. And I get it. I mean, so I guess you're right. A lot of bands try to skip steps, right? Like,
you have to build connections.
Yeah. Well,
you have to build connections.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So a lot of bands do try to skip steps. They play their little local spot. They play every weekend at one place, or one city. They play 3 different clubs and play somewhere once a week, in their area. But they don't really build that big following before all of a sudden they want to tour and go all the way to Florida or something, and they're from New York.
Or even they'll play all the time, but they don't talk to anybody. They show up, they play, they go home. Whatever it may be. You have to build connections. You have the music industry and building a career off of music. Your personality is just as important as the music itself, because you're an entertainer, right? Your performance aspect is part of your music. And so therefore your personality and the way you carry yourself and the way you connect with others is part of your music. And it all creates one vision for, your, to put it simply, your career or whatever, right? And so if you're just showing up and you're playing your show and then you're going home, they may have thought you had a great set, but nobody really knows you. Nobody knows who you are. But if you're out there talking to the people who liked you, you're out there taking pictures with people, you're out there, oh, this band opened up for me and they were great. Let me go talk with them, get a picture with them. I opened up for this band. Let me go get a picture with her. She's awesome. See if I could get another opportunity from them. Talk to learn the promoters' names, learn your fans' names, like, make connections. That goes such a long way.
I do agree with that for sure. Yeah. I mean, and so I'm different because I'm pretty outgoing myself. So I'm always going, and I want to meet the bands and I want to meet everybody. And so I guess I'm always networking like you're talking about the band should be. But no, I get it. Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
Totally.
Yeah. Like not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, talking about networking. the pump session the next Tuesday, we'll have a chick from Mississippi called the Rock Queen, Kaylin. She will be. I met her this last show that I went to. She's a massive media management company's social media. She's their social media manager, and so we made friends. We made the connection. The last show, I made a connection with her, and they manage multiple bands. So we're going to promote her bands on my show in 2 weeks, and she's going to hang out and be like a co-host. It's going to be fun.
Ooh, exciting! That's fun.
I like to do stuff like that. So, yeah, and networking is important. My whole life, I wasn't. I don't know. I hate to say I wasn't a people person, but I just didn't understand networking and how to use it to my benefit. Now I'm constantly working the room, kind of like I want to know who's in the room. I'm very observant, like who is, just like I'm talking about Kaylin, the Rock Queen. I noticed her noticing me, right? So we're at a show and I'm over here and I keep looking and I'm like, who's this chick? Every time I look over there, she's like checking me out. And I'm like, who is that? You know what I mean? I'm like, so then I go over there and I'm like, at the end of the show, I'm meeting the bands because I knew the bands already from Facebook or whatever. And she's like, well, hey, I'm Kaylin, blah, blah, blah. I'm a massive media, social media manager. I'm like, oh, well, frick, okay, cool. I don't know anything about massive media, but they're from Mississippi, so yeah. So I'm a connection there. So we're gonna help one another out in 2 weeks.
Hell yeah, that's
February 11th. Yeah, February 11th. So some of their bands will get played on Hot Headed Radio in the Tuesday pump session, and she'll get to. She's doing a little radio spot on a little local radio station in Mississippi that's called the Blaze Radio. That's like brand new. It's just started. So. It's a little local radio station to where they are, and so she's been doing a little radio spot on there, and I noticed that, and I was like, well, hey, you want to come on my show and let's pitch your bands for 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever you got, bring it, and let's do it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally. That's the thing. Yeah, connections, networking. It's gonna help so much with anybody trying to do this kind of a thing, and like bringing it back full circle to what we were talking about. With the clubs and situations like that, where it's like you have to know this guy to even get booked, kind of thing. It's like yes and no, right? Because if you make those connections and you build that network and you create a good reputation for yourself within the industry, then you may not really know that guy, but this guy knows that guy, and this guy knows you. And
you still find a way in the back door, kind of like, right?
And again, to full circle it around and really bring the conversation home. It makes sense, with when it's more stipulations of sell so many tickets kind of a thing. But when it comes to straight up pay to play, I don't like that. Like, why are we doing that?
Yeah,
why are we doing that?
Yeah, no, I don't like that either. Like I say, if you're going to open for Green Day ought to be gracious enough to help you get the leg up.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. I know that maybe, but Green Day's big enough. They're going to sell a venue. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're going to sell the Civic Center, or they're going to sell the, you know what I mean? So you're not thinking that the little band that's opening for you is going to help you sell that, that Civic Center. I mean, you're the band that's going to sell the Civic Center.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I don't like that stuff. But yeah, no, you're right. And some instances it does make sense. But I'm in my mind, I'm thinking of little dives. You know what I mean? Like, so. Yeah. I would not say that. I went to a place in Fort Walton Beach to see Living Dead Girl that we played a couple of weeks ago, which I'll bring one of her videos next week again because she's got some great stuff. But I went to there, and it's a place called Downtown Music Hall, and I thought it was going to be because it's called Downtown Music Hall. I thought it was going to be this huge freaking venue, right? But it's like a bar, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's like a bar. I mean, I don't think you could fit 150 people in there. So. I'm thinking, I mean, how are they going to do? You got to sell 100 tickets, you can't fit you can't fit but 150 people in there anyway. So
that makes no sense.
Yeah, no, if we're talking about playing at a place that seats 500, then it makes sense to have a band have to sell 100 tickets. You know what I mean, or whatever. I mean, but at the same time, it's up to the venue to promote it too. So they should be selling some seats as well. You know what I mean? So.
Absolutely. And that's where it also comes back around to like, okay, but is your promoter doing their job? Because your promoter's job is to promote the show and fill those seats, as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
not all on the band. That's
No,
on
it's not all on the band.
too.
It should be on the venue somewhat. If you have a promotions company or
Everybody has a part in it.
just like we're talking about massive media. I mean, you know,
Mhm.
they're doing some promotions for their bands, you know, so they're trying to help get their bands out,
Mhm.
etc. And then
And then also,
at the same time, the venue should be doing some, you know, some posters and some street level stuff. You know what I mean? Popping some posters on some storefronts and different things. You know, whatever you got to do. You know?
absolutely, you know, it is, everyone should be pitching in. Everyone is part of the job, right? We should all be pitching it. It's just like any other job, you know. If you're working at
Yeah, you got to work.
Starbucks,
Yeah, you know, you got to work. Yeah.
you know, one person's running the cash register, one person's mopping the floor, the other person's making the coffee, right? We're
Yeah.
all doing something different. It's all important to the same job. Right?
Yeah, you got to put in the work. Somebody's got to put.
Everyone has to pitch in, and to put that all on the band that you're booking is insane, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it
ridiculous.
is. I was gonna say, yeah, talking about that, Living Dead Girl, she has she'll make a post ahead of a show on a tour, right? And she will look for people local. She will offer them like a special little merch pack or something to put posters out or whatever to be her street gang.
Cool, yeah.
At every venue she's fixing to go to, she's looking at that town and she will make a post like, if you're in St. Louis, Missouri, I need 5 people. You know what I mean? I need 5 people to do this, and I'll give you a special VIP package, and you'll get to hang out with me after the show, et cetera, et cetera. And I'll send you.
That's awesome. That's a cool way to do it.
Yeah. So she's being a little proactive with that. She's super with marketing. I'm looking at some bands are like super with that kind of stuff, and she's one that she's kind of proactive on that. She does a lot of crazy stuff. She sells her clothes after the show. She does auctions and different things. Like after she does a tour, she sells off her clothes and maybe the guitar or whatever. You know what I mean? She does all that kind of stuff to make money for the next show or for the next tour or whatever. But
and that's another marketing technique as well.
There's all kind of angles, and you just got to be smart with it. But
yeah.
We should be smarter with selling something too, Scar. No, I'm just playing.
I saw you said what?
I was just playing. I said we should be smarter with selling something too. We're having fun. We're promoting bands, and that's what we're here to do. So.
One day, if we get to a point where we have enough traction or whatever, we feel like it'd be worth it. One day, maybe we make some little merch shirts or something.
Sell some Sound Bytes t-shirts.
Yeah.
Jeff and Scar up there like. Yeah. BS. But no, that would be cool. But I mean, I get it. I love everybody, man, and we've been long-winded tonight after the show, kind of after we've done playing music. But I feel like what we were talking about is kind of important, you know.
Yeah. If there's anyone that didn't want to listen to it, I'm sure they tuned out and shut it off. But
we have people.
It's all good topics to talk about, you know, for information that might be interesting for music lovers to hear, as well as for the artists that, you know, are tuning in and that we're sharing their music and stuff. It's all good topics to be talking about. You know, they're important things within the industry that could be done better. I think
I get mad about 7 days a minute. Watson's still here. I get mad about some things, but maybe I'm getting mad about things that I shouldn't. You know what I mean? At times, so that's why I like to talk to people about that stuff. I mean, like you've got a great outlook on it, Scar. So I mean, like I get mad about having to sell tickets if a band's given a quota of tickets they got to sell or they can't play. You know,
I will say any show you play, really.
If you're not able to sell tickets, I guess it makes sense. Yeah.
You're expected to be able to sell tickets, right? That's the point of having entertainment there, is to help them sell tickets and get people in there, right? So you're expected to be able to sell tickets, but again, bringing it back to the size of the place, the size of the artist,
all that.
There's these different factors that go into it, but it's like we need to make sure that the proportions are making sense here. You know what I mean? Like if it's a small club, there should be a set number of tickets you're used to selling, right? And in my experience, I work with a lot of great promoters and clubs that do things well, but there's some that, you know, it doesn't. why are you pay to play expecting small bands that you know are small bands, but you're booking them anyway, knowing they're small, but then expecting them to sell 100 tickets?
Yeah, no,
and they have to
them
pay out of
off.
pocket if they don't sell.
Yeah.
Like, just be smarter about it, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
this
when it
promoter,
comes to booking shows too, if you've got a big club that has a big sell rate, and you've got a big band that sells out in the headliner's spot, and you're booking a small band as an opener, why do you expect that small band you know is a small band that's opening up for a big band that can fill out the club to sell as many tickets as the big band, right? Or vice versa. It's like if you have a show that you're booking small bands on entirely, and you're expecting these small bands that don't have a lot of draw to sell all these tickets, otherwise they have to pay for it themselves. Why didn't you book a band that you know can bring a draw?
Yeah, so where you guys are from, so Amy says that where they're from, there's really no covers or no ticket situations. So yeah, I guess that makes it complicated, right? Because clearly clearly they've got to make money at the venue or they can't stay. And so we're losing a lot of venues too. I will say that I've seen venues closing down. We're losing a lot of venues.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, and so
my favorite just closed here in Vegas.
And sometimes it's not because they're not getting people in the door. Sometimes it's for other reasons, but
oh yeah.
Some venues are closing down because there's just not enough people showing up to support what they're doing. And so I mean, if you're not buying, so venues can sell a lot of alcohol and not sell any tickets at the door and still make money, right? But yeah, I mean, most places are charging at least a $5 venue.
There are a lot of small places, but that's tricky too. I'm lucky here with where I'm at because I live in Vegas, where it's, one of the entertainment capitals, and we have a lot of opportunity for things. So I'm sure it's a lot different in smaller towns too, and a lot harder. I'm sure there's a lot of shows that, there's not even an option to be paid for your entertainment, which makes it really difficult. I'm sure.
That's what she's saying. Like they don't even charge a door or a cover, and then they still also have to pay for a sound guy or whatever too. That really fucking sucks, man. I mean,
yeah. In which case, again,
it's a big
purchasing straight from the artist is always a big help. And in that case, with artists that are in smaller areas like that, if you're able to travel, that's where it's at.
Where are you at, Amy? Are you Erie? Are you Erie, Pennsylvania? I can't remember exactly where you are, but yeah. So I mean, if you're not like Philadelphia or something, I guess you're in a smaller area or something. I mean, where I'm at's pretty rural, so there's no big venues, but some of the little smaller venues pull a pretty good crowd. But yeah, the band
sometimes in spots that there's not a lot to do, even if there's not a lot of clubs or a lot of shows and stuff. When you have one, they draw a huge crowd because
yeah, that's right. And I don't know, people just don't necessarily support original music as much as they should. Still, the cover bands get all the glory right now, and I feel it turning. The tide seems like it's turning a little bit, but man,
it's because people have been so. I think it's more, a lot of times people want to go out and have fun, and it's easier to have fun to music that right? That you can party and sing along to. You already know the songs.
In addition to it from the radio. Yeah, the radio plays it. You've heard it a million times. It's an 80s fucking rock song. You've heard it. Yeah. No, I get
but
it.
I agree. I think the tides are starting to change. I think people are starting to get kind of bored. I've seen a lot more people are actively looking for new music and new things because they're getting tired of listening to the same shit over and over again.
I mean, well, yeah, for instance, here, some of my friends are in cover bands. I've got a couple of cover bands here that are great. 95's one. They play a lot of 80s and 90s music, and they're fantastic. They're a party band. They do a great show. But I mean, you can only stand to watch them so many times, right? I mean, like, I don't know. It's crazy. There's a few bands here like that. Electric Junkyard is another one. I see them so much. I'm like, dude, I'm tired of seeing you, bro. You know what I mean? I I like y'all, but I mean, damn, you're doing the same shit.
Yeah.
And I've heard it 1,000 times. So I'm ready to hear something. I'm ready to hear Listen to Me from Eden on Fire. I'm ready to hear Dreams of Butterflies from Scarlet Silhouette. I'm ready to hear something different. You know what I mean? I'm ready to hear something new. But
yeah.
Yeah, and this is another thing. So the time the shows start is a big deal. So here, shows a lot of times don't even get off the ground until 9 or 10 o'clock. And so older people are ready to go home. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But yeah, starting at 7 and ending at 10 or midnight would be great. I mean, if you could start at 7 or 8 o'clock and end a show at midnight, you don't lose your older audience that are going to go home and go to bed.
That's from what I've played around here and what I've gone to with local shows. Our average is probably around 6, 7 p.m. to like 12, 1 ish.
Yeah. So a lot of the places that I go to, literally the live music won't start until almost 10 o'clock sometimes. And then it's going to be 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So you've lost a lot of your older audience that want to go to bed by 10 or 11 anyway. You know what I mean? So these people, it's weird. I see the clubs, they kind of do a turnover around 10 o'clock. There's like a turnover in the club. Like the older people are gone and some younger people show up sometimes. I don't know.
We have that a little bit here too, but Vegas is a bit of a different breed. So I think we get all ages at all hours.
Yeah, and I see found a niche and opening for tribute bands. And I can see that that's a good way. If you've got some friends that do tribute bands, we've got a few bands around here that would be cool to get hooked up with. If you could open or play with some of these bands that actually draw a pretty good crowd, that would be cool if you could get hooked up like that.
Yeah, that's a great way. I opened up for a Tool tribute band out here called Anima Femme, and they're really good. They're really cool.
Yeah.
I opened up for them one night and they brought in a pretty decent draw and we had a really fantastic night and it was a lot of fun opening up for them. And it was really interesting. And I was I was speaking with the vocalist of that band. I think her name was Brittany. Yeah, Brittany. And she was telling me that she loves to do that as like cover tribute artist herself that has a pretty decent draw out here. She loves to book shows with smaller original bands. So that night that we played that show opening up for her, the entire lineup was all smaller full original bands. And then they headlined and they were the tribute band.
That's what I mean with bands like Green Day or Metallica or somebody. I mean, if a little tribute band's willing to do that, some of these fucking monster bands sure ought to be, yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, instead of the pay to play different things that I've been hearing about. I know some guys that up in North Carolina, they had to pay, I want to say that they paid like $5,000. They come out of their pocket $5,000 to get on the stage with a band. And I'm like, that don't make sense, bro. But I guess in their mind, it's helping them get out there, or whatever. But if you've got the money, I guess.
Like I said, in some cases, I get it because it's It's the same thing as, putting the money toward advertising in a way, right?
Yeah.
But it's when it's, like I said, it's when it's, oh, you have to pay to play here, no matter what, like blah, blah, like it's just when it's not proportional, But if you're, like I said, if you're a smaller band yourself and you're reaching out to someone bigger and you're going to offer like, hey, like, I would love like to open for you. Like, I'm willing to pay you for this spot if you will book me, right? That's a whole different story because that's basically your choice of like, I would like to put this advertising money into this way of advertising.
I don't think that's the way. I'm like her. I think it's like she's saying that the labels are the ones that's really handling it. The band doesn't really have a lot to do with it. The labels are the ones trying to make all the money. So
when we're talking about big bands that are being run by labels like that, yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's probably true. They're probably having people, I've seen the little ads like, hey, so-and-so's coming to town. We're looking for a local band. And then the local band start applying or whatever. And then they're like, well, if you give us $1,500, or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't know that it worked that way, but I'm learning.
For real.
Yeah, I'm learning. I didn't know. But we're about 2.5 hours now, so we went way over, but we love you guys, man. And thanks for hanging out with us. I mean, we still got 8 people hanging out with us, so that's pretty cool.
Thank you for hanging out, for chatting.
I think what we're talking about is interesting. I mean, and it all is from just asking for people to buy merch and support the bands, and that's what you should really do. And you know, all the rest of it's got to work itself out somehow, man. It doesn't make sense for a band that's the one that's creating the music to it doesn't make sense for a band that's creating the music to have to pay to get their music out. I just don't. I'm not a fan of that at all. No kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, time and place, the way it's done is important, you know, just like with anything, with any business, you know, you're going to have to put money into it. You're going to have to pay for marketing, et cetera, but there's a way it should be done. Have a beautiful, beautiful night. Oh my gosh, sleep.
Yeah, love you, Amy, and thank you for hanging out with us and staying the whole time, man. Yeah, you didn't come and hang out until your song played and dipped on us. You hung out the whole time. We love you, and yeah, I mean, we're gonna go to we're run over, and my man says he's yeah, it really was interesting conversation, Watson. I mean, I agree, man. I think it's a conversation that needs to be had. We didn't have to have it all at one time like we did tonight, but I felt like we were onto something, so I couldn't find a reason to cut it out. But you know, we love you guys, and thank y'all for tuning into the Sound Bytes podcast, man. Once again, I'm Jeff, and you know, over there,
Scarlett Morningstar.
Yeah, Scarlett Morningstar. She's a beautiful human being from Las Vegas, and we love you guys, and we'll see y'all next time.